Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am back 99. Now let's talk about Saints Row 3. Now Saints Row 3, otherwise Saints Row the 3rd, in my opinion is the greatest one out of the trilogy. Saints Row 1 didn't really captivate much to me. It took another spin on free roaming games which hadn't been seen before, but it was still given that kind of gritty feel like, oh my god, we are in your face. Now Saints Row 2 had a wee bit too much gangster in it. I have completed it pretty much through and through. Really did enjoy it, but it was too bling and gangster, you know. Saints Row 3 has kind of captivated it and refined it in such a way that everything is about a corporation, about advertisement, about money, the way that the first two should have been. Keep in mind that the second one was completely up against the up-and-coming buzz of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, possibly one of the greatest games ever made. As we know, Volition has tried their hardest to try and bring Saints Row the 3rd out of this kind of appeal to people, you know. It's definitely more of a mainstream game. It's not very specific, it's not very categoric, you know. It's got a bit of tongue-in-cheek, it's got a bit of violence, it's got a bit of witty humour in there, you know. Something that modern games has definitely tried to amend from its errors back in the day of the PlayStation 2, for instance. The point I was trying to make is that Volition tried to make a change. They tried to fix the errors of whatever went wrong, whether it was competition, whether it was bad game scripting, you know. Their storylines were perfectly good, but in this, they dropped their storyline. They brought in some more features, some more colours, some more blah, you know, some more Shazam. Just something new that we hadn't seen before, and it's worked perfectly in my eyes. The problem is, as well, is the price tag. Now, it really does sadden me inside to hear that THQ, the publisher, has died. As we all know, they declared bankruptcy and they had to sell their goods from the 22nd of January, so it was a daunting day for me. THQ is one of my biggest and best publishers to play and to even hear what they're going to do, you know. But the fact that they've had to sell off their rights, their name, their games, whatever, you know, it's very, very saddening. But every darkness has its light at the end of the tunnel, and that is Koch Media. Now, Koch Media was founded in 2013 with its game label as Deep Silver. Deep Silver are mostly known for Dead Island, who just announced this week that they hit their 3 million copies. Congratulations, by the way. To me, this is very good news. This is very, very good news. Why? Because we have the possibility of what Volition was going to make as Saints Row 4 or Saints Row Episode 4, as it were, only by rumours at the end of this year. Now what we may find is that we have this new game style. We'll have what has been initially there, but on a different viewpoint, you know, a kind of different development. Something very exciting, you know. It's something that we all need. We need people to be able to pass these rights and names and licenses across to other game developers, other game studios, so that they can see it in a different light. Sometimes this doesn't work and games do fail miserably, but for the Saints Row factor, I think they can really compete. If they can manage to get whatever the Saints Row 4 is either out by the end of this year or the start of next year, they can really compete against Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 has obviously been pushed forward, so they do have that time to be able to compete. Next generation is coming out as well, may I say. There's a lot of things happening within the game the game development, you know, right now, and I don't know where it's going to strictly go. It really, really, really gives me that tickle in my balls, which I don't know what the fuck is going on right now, you know. I am a 90s baby. I grew up in the 90s. I was born in the 90s. So I've missed Atari, SNES, well, maybe not the SNES, but the NES anyway is definitely out with my generation. The first ever console I got was a Sega Mega Drive. Now to me that was a retro classic these days, but to me that was just an arcade machine. That was just something to line the background noise of what was going to happen in the future. I knew in my head that things weren't going to be like this, because you looked at television, you seen graphics, you seen all these movies. That has got to go somewhere. Technology's got to go somewhere. This is what we are finding now in 2013. 20 years on from that Sega Mega Drive I first picked up. Now, we have been through the PlayStation, through CD, PlayStation 2, through DVD and Xbox. PlayStation 3 is moved on to Blu-ray, which are the largest discs I know available that you can get within your home pocket. We've been through such major improvements. Saints Row, to me, so far, from what I have played and what I'm showing you right now, has shown me those improvements within what they can do from original ideas, i.e. the first two games, and bring a new light to it. Please stop me and comment down below, like, if you think what I'm saying is wrong, but this is strictly within my own head and within what I'm seeing as a gamer, as somebody who's experienced about, a fifth of my life, if anything. Just minimum. I'm not going to say that I'm going to live to 60, but anyway. I really do hope Deep Silver do something incredible with this franchise. They have the coding, they have everything that they didn't have before for a free roaming game. They made Dead Island, but that had a different kind of source to free roaming, if you get me, because obviously the FOV and the fact that it was a first person shooter with melee weapons, may I say. Really bad shooting. But they have the opportunity to turn a franchise around, which is something that you don't get every day. Can I just say though, I am an absolute cheapskate. I got this for like £9.36 or something off the Steam Marketplace back in the holidays, which I think is a bloody good bargain, and that's the Ultimate Edition, the one with everything in it. I believe it's either £15 to £20. You can buy this on the PlayStation 3 and for the Xbox 360 just now. Just have a good yonder at my favourite website of all, Games Tracker, who compare prices for several games across hundreds of different retailers, which is incredible. We don't really get that, this is the only place that I know about it, but I think these websites really do need to be advertised a lot more. I seriously advise gamers who are taking themselves incredibly serious with the whole Call of Duty fanatics right now, being able to buy these Revolution map packs, being able to do this, being able to do that, just have fun. And you can have fun in these games. Look at Battlefield 3, there are hundreds of videos of Battlefield trolling. Black Ops is far too serious in my eyes. Call of Duty is going to die in its arse within the next couple of years, and you mark my words, it will happen. People will move on, realise that it's the same thing over and over again. Each game has its own unique factor, and that's just perfectly my own opinion and other people's opinions, But these are money grabbers. The original Saints Row, which Volition made, was a money grabber. And you know what? They had every right to do it, because they were being cheated by every other game in the market. They were one of the few people that, or developers anyway, that realised that they were going to make the money on second hand, and they can't do that on second hand games. Why? Because places like GameStation, GameStop, all that, Best Buy, all took that money from them. And that's why they were in the standing that they were. THQ actually could have possibly made their publishing and advertisement a lot easier on themselves. That's why, for me, THQ failing is one of the saddest things to my heart. THQ has been around since I have ever known gaming. It's one thing not to let a development team down. It's another to let yourself down for not buying a game that you should have initially, even though you said that I will buy this game, I will buy this, and then a year later you've still not bought it. You've still maybe bought it, if anything, not played it. You really need to give it that kind of experience. That's what people are missing, and I think that's what we may miss in the next generation. This whole talk about Microsoft wanting to be able to have on hard drive only, download only, no backdated copies, that's why you lost a lot of sales of your original Xbox titles. We need bigger, better, everything that the gaming community wants right now. Developers aren't really giving them. There's a lot of indie games that are fulfilling this. Now this is what really is scaring me, making me shaking in my boots. Because indie games shouldn't be ruling the gaming market. Some of them are fads. Saints Row 3, I will say, right now, needs to be bought if you can buy it in the Ultimate Edition. Give either Deep Silver the licensing money, or bring back THQ's Spirit, just for having that logo on the entry screen. Okay? Please go out and buy this. I will put the link up for Games Tracker. You can go and check out where your best place is to order. I am Back99, and I have talked about Saints Row the 3rd. Please leave your positive or negative comment down below. Please like or dislike as well. If you fancy subscribing to my future content, please do. There's plenty more on the way. I have an up and coming website which I would like you to know, and other things to come. See ya.
Well, life is too short to love the one you got, cause you might get run over or you might get shot. Never start no static, I just get it off my chest. Never had to battle with a bulletproof vest. Take a small example, take a tip from me. Take all your money, give it all to charity. Love is what I got, it's within my reach. And the sublime style that's straight from Long Beach comes back to you, you finally get what you deserve. Try to test that, you bound to get served. Love what I got, don't start a riot. You feel it when the dance gets hot. Sing it, loving is what I got. I said remember that, loving someone is what I got. Yeah, I said remember that.